Hi everybody and welcome back to Hex Token Channel. Hope you guys are doing great. We're going to get into the results today. Hex.com, let's go. And of course, here we are on day 790. Can you believe it? On the way up to 800 days. Wow, wow, wow. Hex is really maturing. 30th of January 2022, and we've got a price of 18.8 cents. Pretty nice. Up 5%. Yeah, we'll take that. And well, we had 4 out of the last 10 days have been positive. So we've got a return on investment multiplier for all-time low at 3,331x, and of course that excludes staking. Hey, we've got a very nice looking hex per TShare payout, 6.043, very cool. And of course 9 out of the last 10 days have been over 6, so beautiful stuff. TShare rate, or TShare price I should say, $3,891. That's up from yesterday with the price increase. Oh my gosh, look at this, another great day. They're pretty close, 147. That's what we had from that we reported on yesterday during the PulseX live that happened during the day. And there we are. Look at that massive jump. And we have done coverage of that 20,692.5 now. So it is far more expensive. Very cool. Let's actually go back maybe 2 days. There we are. Look at that. Day 776, we had 236. There have been some major increases to 201 on day 763. So you can see that there has been some major movements in the share price over the last 30 days in particular. So very cool. Let's have a look at the average stake length. 6.1 years is the average stake length. Very cool. And annual percentage yield rate, interestingly, in stake penalties, 38.41%. Pretty nice. Liquidity, 133.3 million hex in the pool. That's down, of course, lower. And the liquidity in the pool is up to 17.9 million. ETH is just sitting under 1,500 ETH. Very cool. The valuations, look, 11.41 billion is locked, 108.62 billion is market cap. That includes the Origin accounts. 41.1 billion is the TShare market cap. This is probably the most important thing around the fundamentals in Hex. 10,561,000 Hex is TShares is in market. A massive decrease of 32,616. And of course, let's have a look at the total supplies. 638.3 billion, up 171 million in the minted hex, obviously with that big stake coming out with the 105% ROI. Very cool. Circulating supply 577.6 billion, and that's down only up 1.9 million, so that's pretty modest. So look at the stake supply is up 173.4 million. Very cool. Positive to see really staking happening. Very nice. Taking a little bit of profit and then restaking longer term. That was really good yesterday with all those long-term stakes from the hex whales there. Stake supply is looking at the 60.6 billion. So nice. Staked GA just increased slightly, 1.8. Remember, most of this is the Origin account there. That's where the T-shares get pulled out in good accounting, but the hex doesn't get minted, so it works both ways positively. Stake percentage of coins is up to 9.51% with those big stakes happening again. Those hex OG, and payout is 63.8 million hex. This is all deferred inflation, as I always say. This will only come out when stakes mature. Penalties just over 500,000 yesterday. Very nice. It's a little wonderful to be a T-share stake. It really is, and enjoy all these penalties. Total holders 415,766, up 353. Stakers up 164 to 77,340. Total stakers up 192 to 98,274, and change in current holders 182 up to 279,144. Very cool. All right, so those are the results for day 790. Man, there's some spectacular ones in there. With the share rate, it was pretty nice. Let's look at the current price of hex at the moment, sitting at 18.66 cents. Of course, we had a high in the last 24 hours of pretty much 19.8 cents, almost at 20 cents. You can see that candle there. Second day in a row trying to hit 20 cents. And we've got a higher low there. So very cool. We are still trading in this range, though, between 17 and 20 cents as we prepare possibly for another big rally here. So we're looking forward to that in the lead up to the end of PulseX and the fork of block, of course, and PulseChain as well. So let's watch out for that, folks. It's going to be pretty cool. Let's get into the T-share at the moment. Is 3,885 is the T-share price, and of course it's just consolidating here for the next move up. We'll probably get some nice little move up like this, just consolidating here for an extended period, because moving up to 56 cents and getting up to 8,400 was a big move in one go, especially when we were down under 10 cents. So pretty big deal. Let us Look at adoption. Adoption is up and to the right. This is going to supercharge when PulseChain comes out. It's going to blow people's minds, I think, the impact of that's going to be really cool. TShare rate, of course, is up and to the right. And, man, look at those staircases. Boom, 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 boom. We just had a look at those before, and look at them just keep pushing that share rate up. We are really starting to go get that, what do you call it, more of a log scale type of move up there. And, of course, a lot of the rhythmic move. And look at the payout per TShare. Beautiful as always. I just love looking at that chart. Let's have a look at the global stakes. This is everybody's stakes for the next 15 years, folks. We're going to zoom in on the next 6 months and see what is happening there. Let's have a look there. So we've got the big candle came out yesterday. So we should expect to see that those get unstaked today and maybe get restaked. We'll see whether anything gets sold down, but we'll be looking at that, the candle that came out yesterday. That was a reasonably big candle. And, of course, we've got this slightly smaller one here, 455 million hex. And, of course, we are moving into we're moving into February now. Look at us moving into February. We've got that stake and we've got this stake here. And that's the 28th of February. We have had a few little restakes in here from January. And we're sitting at the end of February at 275,000 T-shares coming out. Remember, we've got just under 10.6 million. Gives you an idea of how many T-shares coming out by the end of February. Then a nice, pretty big gap there, all the way up through to the 9th of May. We're expecting PulseChain, PulseX to launch somewhere in this period here, March, perhaps April. So let's look forward to that as well. All right, so let's jump over to PulseChain. Of course, biggest yield farming in history, biggest system, biggest airdrop in history, biggest yield farming history, faster and cheaper than Ethereum by a country mile, and of course the fastest way to mass adoption that we've probably ever seen in crypto. It's going to be mind-blowing. Let's see how the testnet's running. 3-second blocks as targeted, and we've got 1.363 million transactions at the moment, so lots of testing happening there. Very, very cool. 2 transactions in that block, a couple of 0 blocks here, but there's been a lot more transactions for sure. You can see the transactions down here being used on lots of things that are being tested there. Very, very cool. Let's go to PulseX and do this. Let's refresh, get the latest and greatest numbers. 956.7 million on the ETH chain has been sacrificed now. Looking really good. We've just ticked over the next day. So we've got 23 hours and 38 minutes to go until another 5% rise. We are up to 10,000 points for $2.93. Can you believe it? So almost at $3 there. 10,000 points for $2.93. We started off at $1, remember, so things have really changed. So that implies a price of 0.000293 for PulseX if it launched without the volume multiplier. And you can see us here just slowly riding up here, starting to move out of what I call the cheaper range of prices. As soon as we cross over, I think next tomorrow we'll start moving higher. So pretty cool. Let's jump over to PulseX sacrifice. Of course, if you want to do a sacrifice, this is it, PulseX. And of course, if you want to do Ethereum, everyone sends it to this address here, just by using a send, just like you would send crypto to a friend. There's also Ethereum compatible chains, Binance Smart Chain, Polygon, Matic, etc. You can use this address for as well. If you're using Bitcoin Cash, Tron, etc., just follow the rest of the steps, step 1, 2, and 3, to sacrifice to those. Very, very cool. I suggest always sending a small amount, and then if you're happy with that, then you can send you a main amount if you're still sacrificing at this stage. Very cool. Let's have a look at the PulseX results. We're going to fly through this and do a refresh on this. Now, this includes Ethereum and Binance Smart Chain and Polygon Matic, so the 3 big chains. Excludes the other big sacrificing amount, which is Bitcoin. 2,955,000 US dollars so far sacrificed, over 17 trillion to the public, 17 trillion PulseX tokens to the public. And it excludes the origin account, which we expect to sacrifice towards the end of the sacrifice period. And of course, there we are. We've got still got 7 wallets over 10 million. We've got 123,034 wallets sacrificed. Nice. And of course, my favorite number is the hex sacrifice, now up to 554 million, and that is 2,166 million. 2,166 million hex sacrifice, which will be off the ETH chain and off the Polygon and off the Pulse chain. That's a beautiful thing for sure. All right, so nice. And let's have a quick look at the daily statistics, see if we've got anything updated on there. Day 33 finished, so that was just over $1 million yesterday, compared to 1.3 million the day before. We're now on day 34, and we just got 3,000 just started off. We've got about 24 hours to go, so or 23 and a half hours to go. Yesterday, our total was 1,2,955,000, and of course, we're slowly creeping up there as well. I estimate that the total sacrifice at the moment, it must be about 1 billion and 30 million, somewhere in that ballpark. Very, very cool. Hope you enjoyed this. Subscribe, like, share, hit the bell, and catch me later for the PulseX live show. Man, it has been so much fun, and look forward to welcoming you aboard there. All right, catch you next one. Bye for